Hello. Welcome back to NFL Week 2, where we predict the games. Well, I predict the games. Some of us are better than others. I'm joined by Hams, who, if you look on the. Oh, let me move it to the correct sides, because this. Our messages.
Bro, you're just leaking everything.
Okay. Oh, alright. That was a mistake. So, okay, I moved it to the wrong screen. It's okay. Alright. Can you zoom in on your browser, please? Because we can't see how. Oh. Mm, mm. Yeah. So, I have 7 correct. I got less than 50% right. What the fuck?
You are ass. You are never gonna recover from this.
And like, I'm just looking at the ones that I picked wrong. Ravens could have been 50-50. Green Bay could have been 50-50.
No.
Titans was could have been 50-50. Dude, I was so close on some of these. Damn, dude. The Rams, Jets, come on. Okay. Um, Before we move to week 2, we are both Saints fans. Did you get a chance to watch any of the game live? What were your thoughts?
I watched the entire game.
Nice. I got to watch the first quarter, and then I had to go and I listened to the rest of the game. And then by the time the announcer said 40-3, I was like, I think I can take it out my ear and focus on work now, because I don't think there's anything left to gather from this game. But who that nation, dude? I think next week we're gonna talk more about it when we make the picks. But one of those teams is gonna go in and get humbled, and I'm hoping it's not the Saints.
You're right. One of those teams will get humbled.
Any shocking losses from last week that you'd like to highlight?
Um, well, considering I only have three, I don't have many to choose from, like you. I guess I am shocked that the Bengals lost.
Yeah, I'm not, and due to that's why I'm a little upset about it. I should have trusted my gut, because they always start slow. They always start slow. I think even the Super Bowl year they started slow. So it's like, uh, but
I don't
Saquon,
think Jamar Chase did actually anything in that game.
they start slow, man. It's not till week 5 Jamar Chase becomes a guy. So that's a fantasy help too if you have him on your fantasy team. But I know you need help with that as well. So,
All right, we're just stop talking.
I'm just trying to help. You know, I'm out here giving
You're
advice.
you're no. Just let's get to the picks. Let's move on.
Let's move on. All right. I was gonna say the other one that shocked me, I guess, would be hmm, even on all the ones that I had. I guess maybe the Bears and the Titans, just because it wasn't because of Caleb Williams. It's literally a defensive game. Like, crazy.
I can't believe you thought the Jets were going to beat the 49ers.
I thought that Rodgers would be more
You
warmed up.
thought old ass Rodgers was just going to walk right into that game after his injury and just sling it.
And
And
McCaffrey
he
didn't.
didn't.
McCaffrey
And
didn't
he did
play.
not.
McCaffrey didn't play, so I had a chance.
You didn't know that when you made the pick.
You don't know that. I have a direct line to Caffrey. That's what I call him. I don't even use the Mick.
This is like the controversy of them asking that running back if when he knew he was going to start, he gave his truthful, honest answer,
Which was yes.
which was he knew he was going to start on Friday. And the coach came out and said, "That's bullshit."
Well, let's
I
move
mean, you're going to
to.
be very familiar with that guy because you picked him up on the waiver wire because you're so desperate.
Wow, you want to bring it back to fantasy, huh?
No, I just wanted to make that one little note since you wanted to
Well,
try and
I
make one
mean,
little note about
since
me.
since we're
So I
on
just
it,
needed
since
so I
we're
just needed to get even. So now we're even. Now we can continue to week 2 pick.
you sure? Because I feel like we can circle back. Just so
No, we don't need to circle back. No, I'm done. We're done. We figured it out. We settled it.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna whoop your ass in fantasy this year. I mean, I don't know what you got to say, but let's go to the week 2 picks.
Man, you spent probably hours studying, researching, and just to lose to AI. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, week 1. I mean, week 2. First week, first game, Thursday night, tomorrow night. Buffalo goes into Miami. Oh boy. I am going to be honest with you. I am torn on this one. This is a 50-50 game, in my opinion. Uh, Josh Allen looks like Josh Allen. He doesn't start slow. He is who he is. I want to say they have a bad record against them, though. As in Miami against the Bills. So I'm going to stick with what I have here. I'm actually going to stick with the Bills. I think it's going to be a tight game, but ultimately the Bills win is a miraculous play at the end. Not to discredit the Dolphins in any way.
Wow, that's look. I think I have the opposite pick and likely the correct pick. Um, I think the Dolphins will win at home. I'm just really excited to see what can unfold at the beginning of the game on week 2 if week 1 saw an arrest right outside of the stadium with Tyreek Hill.
Uh, what can be more exciting?
I am expecting him to get arrested on the field.
Hmm. What about in the arena? And he gets on the field next week, the week after next week. So it's like he gets closer and closer. Like in the parking lot this time. It's like, and then eventually he gets into the field. Like,
Okay, okay.
You know,
I mean, yeah, I kind of like the storyline and saga, but I think they can't just
I feel like you're blowing the
reuse
load.
the same story. I mean, they're gonna have to, you know, it's like a show, right? You got to introduce like a different, storyline to it. It can't just be I'm just always getting arrested.
Well, exactly. And you're trying to put him in the main event. I'm just like, let's
Well,
work
no,
his
no,
way
no.
up,
It's just
brother.
a different flavor of that main event, right? I mean,
Right.
WWE does it all the time. How many times have we watched?
I don't watch WWE. Watch
You're right. My bad.
AEW.
Let's continue.
Yeah. Can you talk about All In?
Who?
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. Game, game. The first noon game should be moved to prime time. The New Orleans Saints, the undefeated New Orleans Saints. Oh wow, the other team was undefeated as well. Anyway, going to the undefeated
It's week
Dallas.
1, buddy. Calm down there.
The battle tested, the undefeated, the never lost Saints going
You,
to Dallas.
you're better off saying something like the highest scoring team in the NFL. That sounds better.
Yeah, but the team that never lost yet, as well.
There's a lot of those.
But there's only one that like is gonna win again, and that's the Saints. Put it down. Mark it as a win. I don't even have any reasons.
I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you, but that's. I think this is gonna be a tough matchup. I'm gonna watch.
See, you don't
Uh,
believe. That's the problem.
with
We're gonna
like,
stomp them. Prescott's not even gonna get offense
okay,
ball. CD who? More like CD cram the ball into his hands just to knock it out.
all right. I cannot wait for week 3, where you are either the most smug person alive or just absolutely humiliated.
Here's the thing. We're gonna limit Prescott to 200 yards. Under 200. Run throwing yards. One touchdown by him. And our defense is going to get one defensive score. Either a safety or an interception. And mark my words. Clip it.
Look, I really don't even care about this game. What I really care about is the bet that went on in the group chat.
Oh my gosh. That happened like when I was away from my phone. So I was just like, what the hell did I come back to? Alright, well,
That's what I want to see how that plays out.
we both agree that it's going to be the same. So, moving on to. Oh shit. Matt is here. Oh, I'm so close to this. That's what we're talking about. Talking first week fantasy. Can you explain 50 game to me? Enjoy your week on undefeated team saying Cowboys. Show me the real team is. Jerry will give me $10. Just in case you picked off Prescott doesn't mean anything. Okay. Well,
I'll be fair, he did not say anything that was a lie.
no, he was on our
Except the
side.
part about the Cowboys.
Who? Matt? Because Matt's always talking nonsense. Anyway, the Raiders are going into Baltimore to play
Raiders.
Gardner Minshew led Raiders. Wanting to play the Lamar.
Yeah, the Gardner Minshew led Raiders doesn't have a good ring to it. It never will. You can
I,
put any team after his name and it won't have a good ring to it.
I like Gardner
He is
Minshew,
not beating anybody.
but he's not beat. Yeah, he's not beating the Ravens. That was me quick picking earlier. Yeah, Ravens look good, and they're gonna want to get back and punch hard. I just can't see Vegas stopping them unless their defense is really, really good. And this is their game to really show that if they want to be that. However, overall, I just can't play around with these picks anymore. I just played around week 1.
Yeah,
so,
you really can't play around because you're getting absolutely smoked
so I
now.
gotta be a little bit more serious. I'll let you take the next one since I've been kind of burning through the last couple.
I don't really have much to say about two of the worst teams in the NFL. You have dumpster fire versus other dumpster fire. I think the only bright side about Washington is that they have Jaden Daniels,
Right.
and
Right.
that ain't saying much because he's a rookie. So I'm just gonna give just because he is the Heisman Trophy winner. I think he can somehow do better than Daniel Jones and the New York squad of mediocrity.
Who did the Giants play last week? Vikings. I want to say
I
it was
couldn't even tell
Vikings.
you.
Because that's the thing. If they played a crappy team, then they really suck. If they played a good team and got their ass whooped, I could see the Giants coming away with this one. But I would like to see Jaden Daniels get his first rookie win at home in Washington, even though it's not really a great organization, a stadium, and they need a lot more work done. Uh, but I am gonna go with Washington as well. Like I said, I gotta be a little safer on these. So that moves us into the Chargers going into Carolina, and I have the Chargers winning from my randomly picking, and I think I'm gonna stick with that because the Panthers look like a college football team, and they look like they stumbled out onto a professional field and got showed what would happen if a college team played a professional football team. We spanked their ass. They might come back and punch hard, but Harbaugh knows what he's doing. He already has a win. So
They are not going to come back and punch hard. That Carolina team just got absolutely obliterated
they
by
got
the Saints.
pants,
They
dude.
could do nothing. Like the offense was just absolutely atrocious. Couldn't do anything whatsoever. Just bad football. The owner needs to consider selling the team.
Oh, that's not happening. You're smoking it. You're on some good stuff, my friend. You know, that's crazy. Not happening. Take the next one with that nonsense.
All right, so Green Bay, unfortunately, they lost Jordan Love for a couple weeks after week one with the injury that he had. Anthony Richardson was just phenomenal in his week one uh, playoff, but unfortunately, he played another phenomenal quarterback in CJ Stroud, and they ended up losing. But I do think that without Jordan Love, this Green Bay team, I don't even know who the backup quarterback is in Green Bay. But I don't think they're going to do anything special within the coming weeks here without Jordan Love. So I'm going to say that
I think it isn't.
Anthony Richardson is just going to roll on, continue his performance that he had in week one, and just like absolutely stomp Green Bay at home.
I want to say it's Huntley, but I might be wrong. I know that he was the Ravens, but can't help but feel like he's on the Green Bay Packers now. However, yeah, what everything you said essentially is how I feel. I like Anthony Richardson. I think people gave him a really hard time in the offseason for just being injured. I'm like, dude, before he got injured, he was like a Lamar Jr., like running all over the damn field and then throwing rockets. So he's a scary threat. Green Bay's without their captain, Jordan Love, so they're gonna have to rely on defense and playmakers, and they have that. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna give them a week before they can figure out how to play the back. So ultimately, I'm gonna go with Indianapolis as well, which leads to San Francisco 49ers going into Minnesota. They're McCaffrey-less. So can they continue to dominate? Because they
So
basically dominated
that's
the
not
Jets.
confirmed that they're McCaffrey-less.
I
That's
think it
not
is.
confirmed.
I think it is.
They haven't announced it. He
Uh,
has Achilles tendonitis that he's not ruled out. He's not going to IR.
mm, that's why I picked up that guy. But I'm playing chess while you're playing checkers. But it's okay.
I'm not saying that he won't. I'm not saying that McCaffrey's going to play. I'm just saying it isn't confirmed.
Hmm. My sources say it is.
Okay, yeah, you talked to Christian like personally. You
I
called him
told
up
you I
before
went
you made
direct
the takes
line.
this week.
Yes, yes. We talk like that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game.
You're damn right. Okay, ever since me and Drew Reed became good friends, I got a lot of connection. Continuing on. Wait, not continuing on. Did you, so you picked the 49ers as well?
Yeah, I think it's
I
pretty
think,
obvious.
I think Brian Flores has a really good defensive scheme that could probably shake Purdy and get him, like, a little bit stumbled, but they just have a really good team overall. Like, it's just hard to stop them. Solid defense and offense. So it's gonna be hard for me to pick against them all year. Uh, so giving Carolina a run for their money. The Cleveland Browns are one of the worst teams in the
Oh
NFL.
my God. Watson is
It's
freaking
trash.
terrible.
Just put our boy in. Put Jameson. We miss him. We love you. We miss you very much. Uh, but yes, until they put Winston in, they're gonna lose every game if Watson plays like he's been playing for the last couple games. Uh, so Jacksonville will get a win. It's probably gonna be a really sloppy win because the Browns have a really good defense. They have a really good team.
That defense was not as good at week 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they played the Cowboys, dude. And to be fair, if you were on the Browns defense and you saw that your offense is not going to help you whatsoever, wouldn't you just give up on the first week as well? I'm just saying.
I mean, no.
I get paid to do this, so it's my job. You're right, but
I'm just gonna go out on the field and just phone it in, making millions of dollars.
so then pick the Browns.
Hell no, they suck.
Oh no, we suck
At
again.
at least Jacksonville has some hope.
All right,
The Browns really screwed themselves with that fully guaranteed contract.
so stupid, dude. And they gave up like 2 first-round picks, and they made the Texans what the Texans are. Like, it's it's insane. True. You could take
They
the
did it to themselves.
you could take the next one. The next one's an interesting matchup after week one.
Let's see. So Seattle, New England. I did not watch either of these teams play last week, and I don't even know who they played. Um,
Seattle played the Broncos. New England beat the Bengals. They had the upset.
okay. Is um, what's his name? Mac Jones, the quarterback
No,
for
Mac Jones played for Jaguars. It's percent.
Jacoby Brissett
Mm-hmm.
and Geno Smith.
And Geno Smith.
Man, that's tough.
That might be prime time. Might be
Oh,
Sunday night
okay,
football.
please. Okay, no, no, that is not. No, just what are you saying? New England, Seattle is primetime football.
That's like Mahomes and Allen.
Give
Like
me a break.
we're
God
on some
damn.
we're on some
Um,
superstar status.
so I think I saw some news that the top wide receiver at Seattle got hurt. Is that
DK
true?
Metcalf?
Not DK, the other guy. Kenneth Walker.
That's the running back, dude. And damn, he's hurt again. He gets hurt every year. Like
Your running back.
they're running back by committee over there anyway. Like next person in line just takes the ball, run it down the field. But yeah, dude.
Maybe I'm no. You know what? I'm confusing. I'm thinking Tyler Lockett.
Okay, he is on Seattle. Though. He's a
Okay.
wide receiver.
I think he was the one that got hurt.
Yeah, but he's like old. He's expected to get hurt.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
You should have, dude. You don't watch the game. You watch wrestling too much, dude.
Listen, whenever you decide that you want to start up that wrestling podcast and talk all that shit about how AEW is greater,
Hmm.
you let me know.
Yeah.
But until then, I think you should just stop talking about wrestling because you have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm. New
So
York
anyway,
Heat.
I'm gonna pick Seattle for this because it's hard to bet against Gino. I do like Jacoby Brissett. I think he has a good story. But I don't know. Gino somehow finds a way to win every time he plays.
Except in the playoffs.
Okay, listen, we're in week 2, buddy.
The Saints are going to the Super Bowl. I don't care what you say. Week 2, week 3, week 4. It's this is what we do. These peon teams, I don't care about them.
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm picking Seattle to win this week.
These are side quests. I will also pick Seattle. Um, I just I will have more confidence in New England if they win this game. But at the moment, I think they just had that new coach. First game, week 1, the magic of everyone not knowing this new coach. It might come crumbling quick. And I can see it as quick as week 2. So I'm picking Seattle as well. More established a little bit because they also have a new coach, I think. So hmm, maybe I just like you. I just trust Gino a little bit more than Brissett to lead the teams because they both have staunch defenses and will do their best to hinder each other. So anyway, the New Jersey Jets go into Tennessee to play the Titans.
You really trying to ruffle feathers saying the New Jersey Jets.
I mean, to each their own. Uh, which team will get their first win?
Not the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is washed. He's terrible. Um, yeah, they're gonna lose.
I'm picking the Jets. I was gonna say the opposite. I think Rodgers is warmed up. He realizes he
He's
needs.
warmed up after that loss. Yeah, you're right.
It's week 1, dude. Like you just said.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! The
Calm
Saints
down.
won week 1. What are you saying?
Calm. Calm. Yeah, that's different. The Saints are a Super Bowl team.
Oh, okay.
The
After week
Jets
1, you
could
could
be.
tell in that instance. Okay, that's weird. All right, yeah, cool.
I know. I have Dennis Allen on the phone.
You also have Dennis Allen in your contacts. Wow,
Well,
you got everybody.
I had Drew Brees, so of course I have the entire Saints organization.
All right, well, I just got off the phone with Gail.
Gale, that's impossible because I was just on the phone with him.
All right, okay, buddy.
I think the Jets. I think that Will Levis is not going to be able to beat a really good defense like the Jets, whereas Rodgers can hang a little bit better. So that's my reasoning, and I'm sticking to it. You can take the next Rumble.
So this is a tough matchup. Baker versus Golf. However, it is in Detroit. That's a tough place to play. And I think Detroit is continuing their, steamroll that they had from last season onto this season. I think they're playing really well. They just beat the Rams. Um, yeah, so I think it's going to be a hard uphill battle for Tampa Bay to beat Detroit in Detroit. So I'm going to pick the Lions.
Yeah, they're Super Bowl bound. Other than us, Too bad we have to beat them
How
in the.
how can two
Hold on,
NFC
hold
teams?
on. We have to
Oh,
beat.
okay.
We have to beat them in the national championship because
But you said they're Super Bowl bound, meaning that
they were
they're going to this.
they were bounded to the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
they
Doesn't
were
mean they're
bounded
going.
to the game that would get them
Yep,
to the Super
yep.
Bowl. Oh,
You're getting it.
okay.
You're picking it up now. You're picking it up.
I see. Okay.
But we're handing out heartbreaks this year. So, but that's like you said. That's later. This is week 2. No one's stopping the Lions. On this momentous, like right now, they have momentum. They're gonna lose, but not right now. It's not yet. Uh, the Rams, after they just got their butt kicked by the Lions, is going into Arizona to play against. Is it 4 yards from Marvin Harris?
Yeah, he
And
did absolute shit. He did nothing.
but Arizona got some grit to them. They really. I feel like they're trying to prove something. They were doing the same thing last year.
Yeah, Kyler Murray needs to turn off his console, stop playing Call of Duty, and actually start reading a playbook and start playing football is what needs to happen.
You're still spreading this old story, bro. He's got a PlayStation Pro now. He's not wasting time on loading times. Okay, he's in and out of the gaming sessions.
I'll have you know that the PS5 Pro,
Oh,
from
really?
a hardware perspective,
It's worth the price.
it is not worth the $700 price. It also
Topical.
doesn't have a disk drive.
We're very topical here. You know, we want to stay on what's the latest. So, I'm picking Arizona. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that without Puka Nakua, they're gonna double team Cup, and that basically limits their offense. Stafford's really good. Don't sleep on Stafford, but
Yeah, so I
Arizona's gonna
have the
pull it out.
opposite pick. Stafford's gonna wake up. He's gonna play a hell of a game. He's gonna beat Arizona because they don't actually look at the playbooks. They're too busy doing land parties, and it doesn't matter that Puka is actually gone because guess who just got reinstated by the NFL that the Rams are going to pick up? None other than the
Gosh,
Michael Thomas.
no fucking way.
So expect that to happen here shortly with Puka Nakua going out. They're going to pick up Michael Thomas, and he's going to have a hell of a game. His first game as a LA Ram.
Okay, so
Look at
he's literally gonna do the same thing as Nakua and get injured on his first game. That's crazy.
I don't know why you're spewing that absolute slander and hate towards Michael Thomas
Uh,
after the phenomenal 4 years that he had.
Phenomenal 4 years.
If you can name one wide receiver that had a better 4 year start
Marcus Colston.
than anyone else, no, he did not. If you can name one that's actually credible, I will just, I'll give you the win. I'll say, yep, you're right.
For the Saints?
For
Or for any team?
any team, the first 4 years,
Antonio Brown.
if you can find, oh my God, go look at the stats before you actually start spewing
You
out
go look
names.
at the stats. AB is the best player in our lifetime. He's a
Listen,
generational
Mr.
talent.
Big Chest isn't doing nothing except getting arrested.
No, he would have got arrested in the field. On the field.
He was close to it, yeah.
Yeah, actually, at one of his own football leagues, the one that he owned, he was get arrested at. Like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Back on track. Where we at? Arizona. Okay. This next game is weird. Russell Wilson's not playing, to my knowledge. So
He is not.
it's not a revenge game. Um, I'm gonna stick with Pittsburgh winning. I think their defense is gonna really get Bo Nix because Bo Nix did not look good week one, and Watt is terrifying. That man is gonna
That
kill
is
Bo Nix.
rich coming from you. When week one was around, you were like, Bo Nix is like the second coming of Drew Brees. And here we are. You're like, oh, Bo Nix actually had a rough week one showing.
I'm an
You have
honest
anything to
man.
say about that?
I'm an honest man. You know, I say what I see, and that's what I
Oh,
saw.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay, you've seen the light, and you now recognize that Bo Nix is not the solution.
No, he just needs some time to warm up. You know, he
And
just
you're right. He needed time, and that was week one, and
no.
he is now fully warmed up, just like Aaron Rodgers, and that's why they're actually going to win at home
That's not
and
happening.
actually beat Justin Fields.
That's
I think
crazy.
Pittsburgh is a terrible team. They're
That's
overrated. It is luck that they're 1-0. It isn't a big thing.
Mike Tomlin
Denver
has never had
and
a
Sean
losing
Payton
season.
is going. Sean Payton's going to win his
Mike
first home
Tomlin
game
has
as
never
a
had a
Denver
losing
Bronco
season.
head coach.
Tomlin never had a losing season. So
Yeah, and it's that doesn't have fit. We're week two, buddy.
oh, week two comes around when you need it to be. All right, I think we both agree the Bengals after last week are not ready to play a
Yeah,
team like
Joe Cool
Kansas
is too
City.
cool.
Since somebody said he needs to stop cosplaying as Cody Rhodes, bro, that shit killed me, man.
Okay,
It's,
that is funny as fuck.
they said you need to stop cosplaying and start focusing on football. I'm like, damn. Oh, damn. So,
I don't know. I don't understand how you would even get that reference though. But yeah, that is funny to me, who actually watches the content.
bro, Cody doesn't main event. What are you talking about? You talking about the show opener? Cody? The guy who opens the show?
Mr. Dashing, yeah.
Does he even main
We're
event?
talking Stardust.
I'm pretty sure main event Joe Uso main events more nowadays.
Yeet.
Oh man. So Kansas City gets their second win. Uh
Easily.
Chicago goes into Houston. I'm definitely switching this one because Houston is gonna tap that ass. Caleb Williams, welcome to a good team. This is what a good team looks like. Last week you played a mediocre team, and that's why you hung in. Your defense won't be able to keep up with Stroud. Y'all are gonna get tossed all around, beaten up, and spit out. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me.
I don't disagree with anything that you said there. I do think that Caleb Williams is going to take time to like become the prodigy that everyone claims he will be. It ain't going to happen in week 2, and CJ Stroud has had that time. He's a veteran at this point. He did a hell of a um, show for last season. I think that Houston wins easily.
You can take the last one.
And this one is pretty easy. The two bird teams,
Come on.
um, one I really dislike and one I hate. So I'm gonna go with the better of these two teams, which is the Eagles. They did win week one. They are playing in Philly, and Kirk Cousins is absolutely washed. That man is a statue in the pocket. He is terrible. I'm glad the
Hmm.
Falcons gave him that contract because the Saints are going to whoop their ass for
Can't wait.
God knows how long.
Um, unlike Rodgers. I do believe Cousins isn't ready. And yes, he will get his ass whooped. I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts and the Eagles either, but they're not a bad team. They're actually a decent team. So Atlanta needs a little bit more time in the oven. Philly is hot now, and they're gonna need all the momentum they can get. I just hope they slow down a little bit before they get to the Saints. But Saquon Barkley is running all over, and he's on a mission this year, and it looks like this team is giving him that opportunity. I also have the tiebreaker at 35 points.
Yeah, my tiebreaker is 30 points, so the final score is going to be 27-3.
I'm thinking more like 17 to what 18. That would work. So we gotta do something different. So how about no? That wouldn't work. 21 to 14. Yeah, that works. 21 to 14. All right. Well, um, next time I would like more things planned. Um, I just we had a hurricane and didn't really have enough time to think about this a whole lot. But glad that we locked you down on Wednesday. So maybe next week, hopefully, I make a lot more better picks this week. But next week, we can have some other things to continue the conversation about the NFL. But till then, and hopefully they don't make us pay. Uh,
We'll find out.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I appreciate you, man, for picking